Woo!
Oh, there we are. I was like, I see black. I see the black boxes. So, hey, everybody. Thanks for everyone joining us. Thank you to Beach for our new intro. And we've got the weasel. Hey, but you lived in this. You stayed alive in this movie.
Yeah.
So thanks for everyone joining us. How are you doing, Blue?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Nice for you to join us. Thank you for looking. Got lots of smiles. Andrew, thank you for hanging out with us. How are you today? How was your time off? It's been 3 weeks.
Good. I'm off again.
Are you?
Just been doing some. Yeah. I'm going away tomorrow for a couple of days.
No, good.
With the family.
He's
been Mr.
I'm
Vacation Man.
going to. Yeah, I'm actually going to be going to a zoo. So maybe I don't know. I might see some weasels. Or
you might see some beaches over
might
there.
see some of my own kind. No,
So
I don't think we've got whales at the zoo.
Oh no, he didn't. Da-doom, ba-doom. All right, Alvin, how you doing?
I'm good. It's finally Wednesday. We got our movies up there.
What a fucking dickhead.
So anybody that's not watched this show, what we do here is we'll review a movie, and it was a movie that was picked by the viewers last week, and that are in the Telegram group. They vote for the movie that we have to watch, and we have to watch it, and then we review it on here. Then we also give you the opportunity for you to post. If you post comments, as you see, you're able to post on the YouTube channel, and I can throw them in here and so that people can see it, as well as at the end of us having our little roundtable discussion, you'll have the opportunity to jump on the show live if you want to come in and actually speak for yourself. So thanks for everyone hanging out with us. We've had a few weeks off because we had a week off. Then we had our season 3. What was it?
Finale.
Yeah, season 3. What did I call it? The awards and Razzies or something like that. So we had that last week, and then we're back to doing our movie. So again, look below for the link to get to our Telegram group, which is the best way to stay on top of what's going on. Take a look at who's in our side chat. Sohail, there's the Beach. Yeah, and he was going to make you be the thinker. So I don't know. Which one? Which one would be better, the thinker or the weasel? Is that a dog? It's a werewolf. Patty, thanks for hanging with us. Eddie's over here. TJ's hanging with us. Octavia, thank you for hanging with us. Roger. Yep. So we got a lot of our regulars in here on the side chat. So they'll be able to jump in on the show. And as you guys know, all of you guys are regulars, you can say whatever you want, and then I can throw it over here on the screen. Hey, Mark, thank you for hanging with us. So first things first, make sure you're in the Telegram group so that you can, number 1, vote on this movie. Is it a play or pass? And number 2, so that you're able to vote for next week's movie, because it's some good movies. And so that'll probably be the first thing we want to jump on, right? Am I missing anything, guys?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wouldn't. Hold on a second. Why is that share's not working? Hold on a second. I just shared this screen. I just saw it. Oh, come on now. We go live and I can't see the
chat.
The tabs. I have all the tabs in that.
Did you use that new one?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing today also.
So all right. So what I'm gonna do? Hold on. Let me try something else. Let me make it full size. Okay. All right. So what I had to do, you can't have it minimized for it to show. It's a new browser. So.
But when you say minimized, the whole thing minimized or
minimized on my computer?
Oh, okay. Because you can. Adjust where those tabs sit. There's a billion things in that thing that you can change around. I'm so happy with it.
Yeah, it's a nice browser. But yeah, I had it minimized. So yeah, emergency averted. So this is our movie this week, Suicide Squad. We'll talk about them in a minute. We have Collection 2021 new movie. Basically, it was like some, I want to say, like
Debt collector.
loan shark debt
Loan shark,
collectors.
yeah.
This to best way that say so. They're loan shark debt collectors. Pretty dark sound looking movie if you watch the trailer. We've got Coda, which I watched the trailer on this, and it almost made me cry just watching the trailer.
Great movie.
A kid that can hear and the rest of her family is deaf, and she wants to go to college to be a singer for music. And it seems to me, just in the trailer, her family's not stoked on that idea. So looks like a very deep movie. Joe Bell, which we got. This is Mark Wahlberg, he had I believe it's a gay son that was bullied and ends up passing away. And Joe Bell walks across the country to try to
talk about
talk to other
bullying.
people and stuff. Yeah. We've got Snake Eyes, which was G.I. Joe, the origin story of Snake Eyes. The G.I. Joe character, Snake Eyes, and this is his origin story, which is out. Lots of sci-fi and all kinds of fighting in this one. Another big name in this, Matt Damon, Stillwater, where his daughter gets in a prison in France.
Accused,
and
isn't it based on Amanda Knox?
Yeah, I thought that's what it might be, but
I believe so.
But yeah, his daughter is in a French prison or jail, and he's going there trying to get his daughter released. Sweet Girl, which has Jason Momoa. And we know that Blue's been
is like
her
eyes just twinkle from here.
Yeah, I know. It's like she hit 2 thumbs up on this one for us to vote for this. Sweet Girl, where a man, Jason Momoa's wife, passes away because of a drug company changing a release of a drug, and his wife passes away, and he wants revenge. The gist of that one. And Worth, which has to do with based on a true story, I think, on this one also.
It is.
And figuring out what people's worth, the people that died in the attacks on 9/11, what was each person's worth? How much money do they pay each person to their family? So some really good movies, to be honest. I mean, these are some really, I haven't voted yet, but there is some tough.
I voted.
You already did? Okay. But yeah, these are going to be some big picks. So pick that before the end of the show, guys, because that's what we'll be watching. One of those next week. So our new format is to cover a movie. We're going to cover Suicide Squad, and it's going to just be a roundtable discussion. We used to go from person to person. Now we're just going to kind of spitball decision topics and subjects of the movie to maybe flow a little bit better. And so we're going to do that, and then we will invite the viewers to jump in. So I'm not sure which one of you guys, Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, much better than the first one. I'll start with that one. How about I'll start with that, and you guys can.
Yeah, oh my God, a million times better than the first one.
Yeah.
Million times. Yeah, are we talking about it? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. It's open.
Sorry,
okay, well,
it's
I
open.
liked it. I was the first time I watched it, there were some jokes for me that didn't quite land because James Gunn's usually snappier or whatever, and plus I was so pumped for this thing because it was James Gunn that I was like, I think I was a little expecting way too much out of it. Yeah. So but I still liked it. I liked it. I laughed a lot. But then when I watched it the second time, because I realized how ridiculous it was, I super enjoyed it, like extremely enjoyed it. Yeah. Harley was great. Everybody was great in it. Like I didn't dislike anybody. I thought it was hilarious that Stallone was the shark dude there. What's his name? King Shark.
Num
King Shark, yeah.
Num. Yeah. That James Gunn's brother was Weasel. He always plays. He played Rocket in Guardians, like not the voice, but he did all the actions. That was James Gunn.
Oh.
but there's like, I don't know, it was great. I liked that they brought back some of the same people that were in the original though, like Rick Flag there and Harley, same actors. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I thought they did a better job in this movie. I enjoyed it better, definitely better than the first two. I'm gonna say of the earlier ones, the Harley Quinn and then the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
This one, you really had to you just had to take it with a grain of salt or a pound of salt. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And then when you went into it with this isn't serious, this is just when I saw John Cena in his underwear.
Oh my God!
And his tidy whities.
Yeah.
I mean, Peacemaker and his tidy whities. I cracked up. I mean,
I'd eat a whole beach of dicks. Like it was like, oh my God!
John Cena's actually quite funny. He's quite funny. He's got that like straight faced look when he's telling jokes.
Yeah, like he's okay in comedy stuff. I really like him in comedy stuff. Like that part where him and Idris Elba are having basically the kill off when they go into that village, and every time one of them kills somebody, and they look at the other one, and give him like, and they were. Remember, did Idris Elba, I think, gave him the finger or something like that? And then, did you remember? And he went. It was just funny.
I think that's what I liked about this one. When you're comparing it to the other Suicide Squad, is like the chemistry between the characters was much better in this movie.
Yeah, totally.
The other thing as well is the backstories were told so much better. Because like in the first Suicide Squad, it's just got like the graphic comes up with the character, and then it's just got the little lines of information about them, and then you don't really care, do you? When in this one, you kind of like you get like the Ratcatcher's daughter, she's telling a story about her dad when they're in the bus, going into town, and you've got like the little graphic in the window. It was pretty good, and it kind of made her connect with Idris Elba's character a bit more. So it like felt like everyone was coming together, and even the polka dot guy with these mullahs.
Oh my God! Speaking of that, Idris Elba and his daughter. That conversation about stealing the watch was one of the funniest friggin' things in this whole thing when they're screaming at each other.
Yeah.
Fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you. Like it was a father and daughter moment. And it was like, oh my God, this is so screwed up.
You're mad. You're not mad at me because I stole. He goes, no, I'm mad because you stole a stupid watch.
Yeah,
watch TV on.
Basically, that's your only concern is that I didn't have a lookout. What kind of father are you? Oh, there was a lot of funny stuff in there. And I love when they do Idris Elba's backstory and they basically say, his dad was a mean son of a bitch who taught him how to be a killer at an early age, and honed all his skills. He's good with any weapon. And then when they go to the Peacemaker, and she goes, his dad was really mean to him and taught him all. And it's the exact same line. And Idris Elba looks like, are you fucking with me right now?
Yeah, because she says to him, sorry, it's just I'm just a little bit behind you, so I might look like I'm interrupting you all the time. But it's like she said to him that she needs him because he's got a skill that they need, and then she goes straight to Peacekeeper, and he's like, "Are you taking the piss?" He's exactly the same. I love the chemistry between those two, and I was worried about how John Cena's Peacekeeper was going to come across, because obviously everyone knows that it's going to be a TV series. So I was hoping that it was going to be good, because if it's not good, then no one's going to be interested in like watching the TV series either. But the one thing I liked about this movie was that he resisted the urge to focus it all on Harley Quinn, which would have been a disaster for me, because I just loved all of that. I was laughing to myself because I made this joke to myself in my head when I was watching it. King Sharks, Sylvester Stallone, one of Sylvester Stallone's best movie parts in the most recent years.
Yeah,
it was almost.
Oh my
God!
When he was gonna go incognito and he was gonna have a mustache and he's walking around with his flipper around his mouth, like worst disguise ever. And he turns around and he's like, wow. Oh yeah, there's so many good moments.
There's good quotes. This movie's full of good. It's quotable.
Yeah.
Like I think they pulled it off.
Bobbin, what'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it. I did like it. There were a lot of funny spots there that I was cracking up, just like you guys were saying. Harley Quinn to me is beautiful as usual. I have a thing about her. And don't worry. And how can you hate Viola Davis? You know,
Oh,
I
love her.
she's just great.
She's a perfect Amanda Waller, because Amanda
Yeah.
Waller is a see you next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, she does not care who she kills.
Yeah. And it's to me, well, like, you know, when Peacemaker and what's
Idris Elba?
what's his Bloodsport. And he says, and John C says, well, I do it better. I shoot inside your bullet holes and don't even touch the sides. And then it's funny how that plays into the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Or, well, not, I won't say the end.
How did you do that? And he's like, smaller bullet.
Smaller bullets. And I was
like, God, I love the part too. This part right here where they're walking around and they're meeting everybody, though. And Idris Elba's walking by and you see Weasel licking the glass. And then he just stops and he looks at Idris Elba, and Idris Elba's like, every time he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. It's just like, Idris Elba was funny as hell in this. And his gadgets were cool.
Yeah.
Like, just the way his you know, all his different things.
Yeah, what was up there? He would just keep grabbing shit and slap it to his gun.
Like a slingshot on his arm. It was friggin' neat. It was like fucking even that was cool. Yeah, there was a
it does more than play TV.
I can't even go like all of the funny parts. There's so many funny parts. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's got, like I said, to me, quotes. It's got those quotable moments. And to me, again, it's not a serious movie by any stretch of the imagination. And I liked that. I liked it that it was like slapstick.
The main villain is this big giant starfish, for Christ's sakes. Like, how serious do you think they're taking themselves?
Well, a code word for starfish is butthole.
Oh my God.
Does an anus have something to do with this?
When he said
that. And he goes, do you think that has anything to do with this? She goes, no.
Oh my God. And then King Shark puts up his hand and he goes, hand. And she goes, yes, anyway, that's your hand. And he's like, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So I did have I am confused. And so I can ask everybody that's here on the panel. So what was the correlation between the girl being narcissistic or narcoleptic? I didn't understand why she was so sleepy all the time. And I know that he cracked a joke about millennials.
I think that's exactly what it is. I think that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Lazy millennials.
Lazy millennials.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what that was. They're just always tired and they don't want to get up in the morning. And they're, she was adorable though. Like, she was absolutely adorable, that girl. I loved her part. She was like the heart of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's just so many parts. I wish I could remember them all, because it was like, oh my God.
Well, for me, the movie was funny, had lots of good parts. I thought they could have done without the Godzilla starfish, in my opinion. To me, I thought that wasn't really necessary. And
no, but I mean,
the Godzilla-ish kind of thing. Godzilla,
but
really
ridiculousness of it, though. Yeah,
I mean, I guess
any supervillain in the world to be the star of this, and he chose that. It was like, you wonder where his brain was, you know.
But I'm just saying, the becoming large like Godzilla and going through the town, crushing it. That was the only part I was like, I don't know. I would have liked it a little bit if they would have fought inside the tower.
Yeah.
But that walking through town, but kind of was like, I don't know.
My favorite action part in it was Harley. When she's escaping from jail there. That part was so cool, where they're starting with the little guns and then big guns and then the spear. Like, and I loved the exploding flowers everywhere, because in my brain I'm thinking, that's how she sees things. That's how nuts she is. Is that it's like everything is this beautiful, like, because she's always like so happy. And that just made me think of another part too that I just loved. And it was when they finally get Harley back and they're all in the bus and they're going to the starfish place. And they get off the bus and Harley's got an apple and she takes a bite out of it and she looks at Rick Flag and he gives her the sweetest smile. It was just this weird moment, but he just looks at her so cute and he gives her like a little nod and a big smile, like he's so happy she's back. It was that part for some reason stood out to me. I liked it.
I liked the way they did the start of the movie as well. Because I forgot that actor's name, but But I've been watching a lot of The Walking Dead, so I only know him as Merle at the moment. That's all I can think of when I see him as Merle.
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker, that's it. I liked how they showed it from his point of view and not Harley's, because like he's just looking around at everyone thinking these guys are all fucking insane, and like he's just acting like this straight-faced normal guy, but he's got this massive long mane of blonde hair, which it just looks absolutely hilarious on him. But it's like when they land and he saves the weasel, and then he gets to the beach and he's just watching them all, like the detachable kid with his arms coming off, and he's just watching it all go down. It's just so funny. It makes you like it makes it feel like you're because you're seeing it from your point of view and not like, because I think if they just went to the Harley Quinn and then how she doesn't really give.
I found the cool part about that scene is they show him in the beginning, he kills a bird, and with just like, being able to obviously he bounces his ball off a million different places and it hits the bird exactly. So you think he's this sharp shooting or this something to do, and he never does anything except run away. Like he doesn't use any skills, no nothing. It's like all of them were absolutely ridiculous. Boomerang dude and the chick that jumps on the helicopter and then she just it was just like they were all ridiculous, and it was.
I think this movie's what DC's got to do to keep up with Marvel. Like more character development, because obviously a lot of these anti-heroes or villains or whatever you want to call them, they're not as well known as like the Marvel characters or the main DC characters. So I like the way they did the character development with these, and obviously doing stuff like a Peacekeeper TV show is going to be good for them. And as well, you might even get a movie out of it. You might even get it like a standalone movie out of it. So I think that's the way forward for DC, is to do more stuff like this where they develop lesser known characters and don't just fix it all on like the Harley Quinns or everyone that you know.
I mean, when I thought of Marvel, I didn't think of Iron Man. There was something about Iron Man. I never really thought of him as a Marvel character. Like when I watched Marvel stuff, I knew a little bit about Tony Stark, but not really. He wasn't a major character for me in Marvel. But holy crapola, man! Like Hawkeye. I knew Black Widow. I knew the Hulk. And obviously Captain America. But even Thor, there wasn't a lot of Thor stuff out there before. So that was I love them all now, and they had a lot of these guys. Like Rick Flag dying, that made me very sad because I liked Rick Flag.
I think they can do. Oh, just go ahead.
No, sorry. I was just going to say they can do it. They can make these lesser known DC characters
totally
like more valuable to that to the DCU.
Well, one of their better movies was Shazam, right? And people know Shazam, but you don't really know Shazam. So it's kind of cool they did a spin-off of that as opposed to a spin-off of some major character, another crappy Green Lantern movie. Although I would like to see a Jon Stewart Green Lantern. I'm hoping for that one day. And I want a lot more of Martian Manhunter. John Jones. He was in the extended version of Justice League. They had him in there. Did you guys see the extended version, the 4-hour one?
No.
We're not you.
Martian Manhunter. Do you guys know? You guys know the Martian Manhunter, though. John Jones.
I don't. No.
I only know the Martian from Bugs Bunny.
He's a green Martian, and he can like turn his body into like he can walk through walls. He can fly. He's super strong. He's like a, not a match for Superman, but he's pretty damn good. And in that one, they actually show him because he can morph into different people too. So they introduced him in Justice League. So there'll be some more Martian Manhunter coming.
Patty mentioned something about the part when Harley Quinn escapes jail, and again, I think
I was talking about.
You were talking about that, but I think that to me, this was a part of the movie that I really enjoyed, and the reason why I enjoyed it is, like you said, she was not the main source character. It was like everybody had their part in this, and when the fight scene to me was the best fight scene in the whole movie. Yeah. Not the flower part. Yeah, I thought, and you and I talked about, I'm like, what was up with the flowers? And you're like, well, maybe that's what she sees. And then I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
but the fight scene when she's going through, and well, first of all, when I'm thinking about her putting me in the figure 4 by my neck, at first I was kind of like, that wouldn't be such a bad thing. But then, then as she got out and she was fighting those guys, those fight scenes were really, really good. I mean,
really good.
They were action, but they were funny. Yeah, I mean, it was.
What else was cool about it is like Harley Quinn and everything else. She's acrobatic. She was always acrobatic. She could do splits and like crossovers and all kinds of shit.
Skate,
So it showed a little more of that. She was like just how nimble she was. There was one scene in the original Suicide Squad. It was one of the only scenes I actually liked when she fell out of the helicopter with when she was with the Joker. When she hits the top of the building, she comes into this kind of like a spin and comes right back up on her feet. Yeah, that was like perfect for me. Perfect Harley Quinn move, Yeah. So it was like in that fight scene, she had some neat shit that she was doing. It was very cool.
Yeah, it definitely is a. I don't know. To me, I thought they did a really good job.
Well, and the part, Todd, another part that I found really funny is when they're going to rescue Harley, though, and they're not in their uniforms, they're just in normal clothes, but Bloodsport is wearing his helmet, though, with his, like, white pants. It just looks so ridiculous. They're trying to sneak down the street. I'm like, my God.
That helmet, though, is so good.
Yeah, that helmet, I mean, it looks like Alien, or, it looks like... And I was like, that is a cool looking helmet. And when she goes, "Oh, you're coming to rescue me? I'll go back inside."
Go back inside.
Do you remember when the polka dot dude they were all dancing in the bar there, and he was dancing, and it's all his mother all around him?
Oh, yeah. And they're all grinding up against him.
But when they're going to save Harley Quinn and the Peacekeeper's like, I've got a shot on the only person in the building, and it's just the cleaner.
Yeah. Just give me the word. Give me the word.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would do anything for liberty.
Yeah, definitely a good a redemption finally for a DC movie. But again, you couldn't take this movie serious. I mean,
some people hated it.
You really, but you could not go into it as this is going to be a good sci-fi superhero
or a typical
DC.
It's no Dark Knight.
No, it is no Superman. No. It's none of that. It's completely
something different,
off the rails.
I just thought like all the gore that they did was just so funny. You know what I mean? It was great.
The gore,
God, when the detachable kids' arms are getting shot, and he's laying on the ground without his arms, like he's actually being shot in the arms. Like it was ridiculousness.
Well, but I like the little life is a circle a moment when he kills the bird in his little jail cell with the ball, kills the bird. The same bird, not the same bird, the same kind of bird is eating him where his head's been blown off, and he's just floating in the water, kind of like, yeah, I got you. And he's like, I was like, all right, dude, that's what you get. But if I could change anything, I would have wanted him to do something. And maybe that was the point.
That's the funny part of it. Is that he didn't do
nothing.
They were all useless.
He saved the weasel. He saved the weasel.
Yeah. But, he thought he was dead. That was funny, though. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. So much. I love him.
I'm going to throw the link over here so that whoever wants to join, we can jump in. They can join us in this conversation. Don't forget, you guys, to go and jump on Telegram. Vote for This Is a Player Pass, as well as our movie for next week. Yep. And when people start jumping in here, I'll go in and vote for mine, because I have not voted for next week's movie yet. So.
I voted.
So bad.
I did, but I'm the only one that voted for the one I voted for.
Uh-oh. Look at Roger on vacation, man. Even when he's on vacation, he makes it here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, that's up. How you doing, Roger?
What's up, man?
I'm good. I decided to stay another week in Colorado at least, so maybe longer.
Mm-hmm. That's
but
good.
I love this movie. I figured you guys knew that I was going to love this one. You guys nailed almost everything in the movie. I did want to point out.
Tell us your favorites, even if we said them.
Well, the Beach stole it from me in text chat when they're arguing about the stealing of the wristwatch, and he goes, "You stole a TV watch," and the daughter goes, It does more than just be a TV."
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Go ahead, movie. Rob. The choreography with Margot Robbie was top notch. I mean, you just don't have better fight choreography in a movie than that. I did want to point out that Starro being huge is canon. I mean, he's always been huge in the comic books. He's the first supervillain that the Justice League ever fought. He is canon, and he is a big kaiju like that. So
there you go, Todd.
Okay, all right. See, I just needed another nerd to jump on here to explain it to me. That's all.
It wasn't about the villain anyway.
No, but I just thought that I was like, I just couldn't figure out why this was necessary to stomp through the city like Godzilla.
There you go, because apparently he was a kaiju.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
John Cena's acting, comedy acting jobs are great. I can't wait for his TV show. It's gonna be good. And I'm not a John Cena fan in any stretch of the imagination.
No, like in the last Fast and Furious movie, he was garbage. He was great in this, though. Yeah, he does.
I liked him in Blockers. I thought Blockers was decent.
Blockers was funny. Yeah,
I don't know that, but it's funny.
Oh my God, that was funny. You got to watch that.
And I'm ready for more James Gunn in the DC universe because, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best DC movie since Michael Keaton was in the Batman suit. So.
All right, I'll go ahead. And
I like this Marvel DC crossover, like James Gunn and Michael Keaton. It's great.
I'm gonna minimize this. I'll minimize the screen since we got some other people jumping in here. Eddie, thank you for hanging with us. DeBeach, thank you for hanging with us. You guys, what do you guys think? I mean, what was your guys' thoughts on this movie?
Well, you want to go first, DeBeach? Is he muted?
No, he's here.
No, I'm not. No, I mean, what I'll say is I was kind of like Todd the first time I watched it, and I told Blue I hated it. I couldn't stand this movie. I thought it was freaking stupid. And then when you said go back and look at it, as a farce and satire, and when I watched it the second time under that guise, I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah,
I really did.
Yeah.
So I mean, I had a friend the same thing. He did it. He watched it. Hated it. I said, go back and look at it. Watch it again. So same thing. So it did it. Watching it the second time. That's why I generally watch every film we review 2 times, except for Axe of Sally, because that didn't need a review because that's from beginning to end. So no, it was good. I mean, you guys mentioned all the good parts in there. I mean, Polka Dot Man seeing his mom everywhere, then the freaking rat and just the Nanu's mustache disguise. That was freaking hilarious. So it just, smart, and the book's upside down. So I mean, it's like, I guarantee you they didn't have to tell Stallone, hey, when will you act kind of stupid? No, they just said, here's a script, read it. Being natural.
What? Speaking of King Shark, actually, besides the fake mustache thing, the funniest part for me was when they're first coming into the village to rescue Rick Flag. And you see the guys are standing there, and one guy's like, hey, basically, you want me to get you a coffee? I'll be back. I'll get you a coffee. And he fucks off. And you can see King Shark, and he's tiptoeing through the bush. And he would stop, and he would tiptoe. It's so comical when you watch it, because it's like, oh my God, this big monster tiptoeing up to eat.
Yeah, a big shark.
Oh, that part, if you guys watch it, anybody in the side chat, if you watch it again, watch for that part, because it's hilarious.
And like, did anybody else spot Manus dancing in the bar there?
Yeah.
No.
And Guardians.
And another really subtle thing was, did you notice what type of pants Polka Dot Man had on in the disco?
No.
Plaid, the furthest thing. Fucking polka dot.
I bet you there's a shitload of Easter eggs in there that we don't even know about.
Yeah, they were a lot. They said.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got some comical, laid back. I mean, I don't know, they did a good job. And when they're in the plane, that was one of the first places I actually laughed when they're like, "Well, what is it? What kind of dog? What kind of dog? What do you mean? What kind of dog is it?" he's like, "Oh, it's a werewolf." Hey, and this part I didn't catch the first time I saw it. Like the first time they actually went to this scene, where it said 3 days earlier. Actually, I don't know. You would think that I got a 4K TV, I would be able to see that. Until I saw it the second time, I was like, "Oh, 3 days earlier. Okay, this is the prequel part of it." So
I saw it perfectly fine on my Hisense the first time. So,
yeah. Damn LG, I can't say it.
I really like the Weasel one at the end of the movie when he wakes up on the beach and he spits out, "Doom, doom." Then he gets up and walks. He walks just like Richard Pryor.
Oh. Oh my God.
There was some good jokes in there. They're like, real quickies. I call them quickies. It hits you, then you think. You say, "Whoa, wait a minute." You got to get the real meaning of the saying, and sometimes it hits you a little bit later. Oh, whoa! What did he say? Mm-hmm. But I wanted to go back and see the first one, but I didn't have time to see the first one. So to get into this one, it took me a while to get into it because I had no base at the beginning of the first movie, so I couldn't really get into this one. But it was a good movie. I liked it. It was good. Some real good jokes in there.
I did catch Manta in that in the bar scene because I think Blue, you and I watched this together, didn't we? And I stopped it, and I'm like, "Hey, that's that chick from Guardians of the Galaxy with the antenna girl." And you're like, "Yeah, Manta." Like, "Oh yeah, that's who she is."
I didn't notice. I thought the casting was really good for this.
Yeah.
Idris Elba he's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually watch a James Bond if they made him James Bond. Like what the rumors were. I'm not a massive James Bond fan, but I would watch it.
Yeah.
That would be awesome for that franchise. It really would.
Yeah.
Definitely good. So. Awesome. Definitely a thing. So let's see. Where are we at on this?
It's
38.
Just another thing as well, Todd. It's good that they didn't use the likes of Batman and Joker in this, because I kind of feel like that's what they're trying to draw people. They thought that obviously apart from Harley Quinn, like people in like Deadshot or maybe who Will Smith played, I think everybody else probably didn't, like a casual audience wouldn't know who any of the other people were, so they thought, because it's the first ever Suicide Squad, we'll just pull in like the likes of Batman and Joker, which like I wasn't too fond of. My partner absolutely loves Jared Leto, and I think he's a really good actor, and obviously I like 30 Seconds to Mars, but I just wasn't keen on his Joker. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the way he looked, and like the attempt at the Joker laugh. I didn't like anything about that, so I'm glad they didn't put that character back in this one.
How much did this movie cost? Anybody know?
I know it made $42 million at the first weekend at the box office. Yeah.
Did you say how much did it cost to make it?
Yeah. I don't know.
That'd be that. See, that's usually what. Roger's on vacation. He ain't got time to be looking up all them kind of stats.
Well, since IMDb took over Box Office Mojo, they hide all that stuff. You have to be.
Oh yeah.
You have to be the premium member to see that.
Oh, stupid.
Wiki will tell
the budget was 185 million, and so far it's brought in 154 million.
Well, that's pretty good.
Wow. Not too bad for COVID.
Yeah.
Well,
but it's not making
really.
record, but think about it, it's not crushing the numbers in profit. Whereas a lot of the other movies cost them 150 million to make and made 850, and so
But they're not gonna lose money on this. It's not done making money.
It won't lose.
No, it's not done making money. Not like what was the other one that we watched that isn't doing so well.
I don't think any movie's going to do well.
No.
Right.
Nobody's going to the theater.
Yeah, I wonder what about Fast and Furious. Now that stayed at the
That's what I'm
theater.
saying. That one.
That stayed at the theater pretty long, so that has probably the best chance of making money.
See, normally I wouldn't have gone to see Fast and Furious, but I would have gone to see this at the theater. Normally.
Yeah, I went to see the original Suicide Squad at the cinema.
I think I did too.
FYI, Fast and Furious 9 cost $200 million, and it's brought in $704 million.
Yeah. So yeah, look at that's tripled their money.
Yeah.
And that's why there's going to be another one.
That's why they keep making them.
Yeah.
Yep.
People, run that cash cow till it drops dead.
I could do that with my car. That's what people do.
Yeah, but oh, that movie. I've not finished it. I got about halfway through and I stopped. Not that it was horrible.
Watched it.
It's not horrible, but it's definitely not good. So, but yeah, I think we got. So let's go ahead. We're at 42 minutes. We will run through the people, play or pass, and if you've not watched the show before, play or pass. Play means that you would recommend this to somebody else, recommend this to a friend. Pass means you would recommend this to somebody you hate. So you would want them to, but so if you would recommend it to someone you like, it is a play. If you would not recommend it, it's a pass. So that's the litmus test on the show. And we'll run through the panel while you guys have an opportunity on the side chat to post your thoughts for play or pass for this movie. To Beach, what would you give? Well, play or pass for the Suicide Squad?
Give it a play.
Nice. All right. Andrew.
Yeah, I give it a play as well.
Okay, and then we got Roger would be next for me.
It's a play for me as well.
Eddie?
I give it a soft play because I didn't see the first movie, and I'm assuming that most of the stuff was based on the first movie.
No.
Some of the characters were. Yeah, some of the characters you get introduced to in the first movie. Amanda Waller, the Rick Flag, Harley.
I know Harley was.
The friggin' Boomerang dude was in the first one. Was he? Oh, yeah.
That's
one. Same actor as well.
Yep.
I forgot one complaint I had about the movie. They killed Rick Flag.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll give you two things. They also killed Milton.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Poor Melvin.
Who's Milton?
Oh, Harley. Harley was so freaking funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that Milton.
She thought Polka Dot Man was Milton.
And then at the end, she thought Idris was Milton.
Yeah.
Blue, play or pass for this?
Oh, I'm a give her shit play.
Shit.
So yeah, it's a mega play for her. Alban, play or pass?
Play for me.
Right. And I'll give it a play. We had Jim said play, Red Lantern said play, Mark gives it a play, Patty gave it a play, Octavia gives it a play with an elbow cough. It definitely play, and I'm not sure. Alban in Telegram, what was our rating on this?
It's
a play or pass? It's
all plays. Yeah, no passes on that.
Okay.
And as for stars, we have 1 star, 1 3-star, and 8 4-stars, and 1 person gave it a 5-star.
That was me. So I get, but yeah, so definitely most people gave it a 4 stars, which that's fair enough because it definitely was good, but definitely a fun thing. Sim gives this a play. Mark says he actually threw a boomerang in this film. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah. I was like, dang. So definitely a play from our people that watch the show and suggestion on our side chat. So pretty much everybody liked this. So it was definitely good. But as all of us said on the panel, you need to go in with the mindset that it's just slapstick. It's slapstick comedy. And if you go in with that mindset, not expecting Dark Knight or something like that, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
You'll be disappointed.
Yeah. If you go in with thinking this is Dark Knight, but if you go in with this is just funny, laugh, just.
If you go in thinking James Gunn, you'll be just fine. I mean, remember the first time I saw Guardians, and the very first scene, when Star-Lord's walking and he's got the Walkman on and he's singing and kicking little animals, and it's funny right from the very beginning, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna like this. I knew from that second that I was gonna like the rest of the movie.
Kicking little animals, you who won't kill a bug.
No, you know what I mean. They look like little squeaky toys.
Yeah, I know. So we got that. So where are we on the voting for next week's movie, Mr. Albin?
It is.
Here it is.
Coda.
I vote
Coda.
Coda wins with 7 votes.
So Coda is our movie for next week. So this is our movie for next week, Coda, which has been, I mean, touted very much highly from many people that are on the panel now. Have said, hey, you guys need to watch this.
You gotta watch it. Yeah.
A lot of people,
and it's also for the other movies that were out there were really good. You know, I would suggest watching them because you know, the other votes were for Joe Bell, Stillwater, and Worth. All of them are definitely worth watching.
Okay, okay, if Snake Eyes wasn't even remotely picked, can I say something about Snake Eyes? Because we're probably never going to have it on the show, right?
Yeah, because we're at the end here.
Okay, for anybody who's ever watched G.I. Joe stuff, and you know who Snake Eyes is, you know that the main thing about Snake Eyes is he doesn't talk. He never talks. So the problem I had with this Snake Eyes is not that he's talking. That's fine and dandy, but there's no explanation as to why later on he's not talking anymore. Like it was like he didn't take. I thought, he's gonna take a vow of silence? Is there gonna be like, is he gonna get his throat hurt or nothing? So as far as an origin story, wouldn't that be the first freaking thing to explain the fact that the guy never talks?
Well, or the last thing that you would explain in the movie, because it would, it should have ended with why he wasn't going to talk anymore.
Exactly. I was like, oh my god, like, and another thing is, it's like he's a ninja. He's a full bore ninja. He's so freaking cool. Like he's easily my favorite character, but he goes there to the ninja clan and does 3 little stupid things that have anything to do with training him how to ninja skills. Like they didn't teach him how to, nothing. But somehow he comes out of there. He can't talk, and he's got an amazing ninja.
Kick everybody's ass.
Yeah, it was like if this is an origin story, those 2 things, how cool he is at ninja stuff, and the fact that he doesn't talk should have been covered, and they weren't. So it's like, what kind of origin story is it? It's like having a Bruce Banner movie, and they don't show you how he gets the gamma radiation, and all of a sudden he's the Hulk, and you're like, okay, well, what?
What the fuck?
That's what it felt like. So that's why I was disappointed with it. I was like, fuck me.
Yeah, I mean, it's action. It's got a lot of action.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, the martial arts stuff. But yeah, other than, hey, can I trade your cup, or can I have your cup? That like, okay,
here, I'll just hand it to you. Oh, great training.
Yeah. So maybe he just had it all in him the whole time. It was all there.
Blue, you definitely have to vote on it in Telegram. Please, I want to see all those votes in there to how much you hate the movies.
So let me just real quickly, because we got a few minutes before we jump off of here. Let me get rid of that and share another. And let me just, so for the people that may not know about the Telegram group, I will show that. I know that I bored the beach the last time I showed Telegram on one of our live shows, but I'm gonna go ahead. So this, remember when I it was on a Streaming Matters, I was trying to explain to what the Telegram was, and you're like, this is some boring shit. Yeah, because it was you and you and Andrew. So this is the Player Pass episodes. If I got this saved, so let me go to the reviews. You can see here where the votes were for the movies for the week. This is where it's just next week's Worth. Oh, this is Worth. So people that watch it can vote on what they think,
and you can say whatever you want about it.
And because here's Episode. Oh, okay. So Worth. So you can do player pass for Worth, even though it wasn't picked, and then you. I'll say that. Now, weren't you able to?
If you I'm trying to actually see it
I
here.
think it's in the episodes.
If you in episodes, if you like say you're right right there on that right, keep going to the right with that right arrow. Yes, you click there, and then you see now you're in there for that movie, and then
Oh,
if you
okay.
hit that there for the comments, and then you can go on the very bottom and you can type in the comment there, and this way that's just inside that movie. You know what I mean?
So
Okay.
no
So, like,
spoilers for other people.
right.
Right. All right. So yeah, I'm in the discussion for Worth, and I'm able to put
Right.
and which I haven't watched it. I just said that.
Uh-huh.
I just said it. But yeah, so in the player pass room, you have lots of options, lots of things, and voting, and even like you said, here's Green Knight. Pass.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah.
Remnants.
Reminiscence.
Pass.
I did a pass on that one. I did
Annette.
a play.
I haven't watched it. Pass. So yeah, and so
If you haven't watched it,
you have to watch it.
no,
that's bullshit.
Yeah,
Well,
you have
I
to
can do
watch it. You know.
I can do whatever I want.
I mean, it just cracked me up because it was like, was it last Friday or the week before when those three movies, The Green Knight, Reminiscence, and something else all hit. And that's when I said, hopefully one out of the three is worth of shit. And
It was Stillwater and Sweet Girl, and there was a whole pile of them. It all came out within 3 days, I think.
Yeah.
Sweet Girl wasn't horrible.
No.
I haven't seen it yet. I heard it was good. Like not great, but good.
Yeah, it was okay.
So, but yeah, you can do. So please join the player pass room. Albin does a phenomenal job trying to keep up and adding more crap than you want to click on.
I know, and unfortunately, I have there were a lot of movies out there that we never watched and that we missed that are going to be added out there. So I'm sorry that I'm going to be spamming you guys with all these other movies, but some of them are good to watch. So you might find something there that you like. If you like it or hate it, vote on it. If you watch it, this way you can help out the next person.
I'll tell you one thing I did notice, Auburn, and I know that you watch pretty much all of these movies.
Yeah.
You should, I know the comments you put, the poll and then the stars, but then you don't leave your own comment about what you think about the movie.
The reason why
if you did I would.
Okay.
I would consider
then I'll do
watching
that.
some.
Okay, I'll do that. You're making me type more, but I'll do that, you guys. If that's what you really want, I would do it.
Yeah, because we know that you and Eddie
and Roger,
you guys watch about everyone.
Yeah,
you guys almost watch all of this.
Then, and if you want when you reply, you can reply back. When you reply back, at least it'll go back in that same discussion. If you're in just the in the other page, it won't go back there.
That's one problem I don't have, commenting on a movie I don't like.
and again, when you guys come to one of this where this is the in the episodes room, this is for Joe Bell, you'll see comments right here. You just click it and you're able to play or pass, even if it's not been picked, you can play or pass, give it stars, and then you're able to comment and say whatever you want about this. And again, as they said, it's only going to stay in this thread, so it won't mess up other people's thoughts or they want it. But yeah, definitely check this. Check the player pass room. Lots of stuff, and the hope is that we discuss more things. I see Mark posted over here that we need a superb film. Watch the superb film, Our Ladies. I don't know if any of you guys seen that. It's a great soundtrack, Eddie.
Oh yeah.
It says it's got and look at it's in what's it?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
In Scotland.
Edinburgh.
So you would need subtitles.
No G.
You would need subtitles.
I don't need subtitles.
I might.
I would.
In the 90s, though, Yeah. Well, I just need to. I need to talk to Kara for a little while. Then I'll watch this, and I'll be good to go. That's all I gotta do.
Yeah, it'll not be as thick as accents though. In the
Yeah,
movie.
but that's what I'm saying. I'll be if I can, because hey, I love Kara, but you get to talking to her. I'm like, I have to listen, and then if I listen to that, then I can watch anything. I'm like, oh, this is easy to follow.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, people probably hear me and
Scots,
what did he just say?
The Scots use a lot of slang.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. If the nuns are Scottish, I'd have a harder time understanding that than English, any of the English accents.
Yeah.
Thank you for the suggestion, Mark. We will throw it out there. Maybe some people. Professor Sim thought it was decent. And again, the movie's not bad in my opinion. It wasn't bad, but I thought that it was lacking some stuff for me. I thought it was a little bit slow. I thought a few things were lacking. It was missing something when I watched it. I was like, okay.
But the one thing about trailers is your conception of the trailer. My conception could be one way, and each other's on the panel have a different value of it. So if you try to base yourself on the trailer itself, sometimes you got to go in and, let's say, see the movie or just see a little bit more of the movie to get a little bit of a better idea of the movie.
Yeah.
Except for Coming for the King.
But sometimes I get mistracked sometimes.
Yes. Sometimes trailers will throw you off.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like a trailer that shows me the whole movie and there's no reason to watch the movie, because I'm like, I just saw everything that's going to happen in the movie. Why am I going to waste my time watching it?
I'll tell you what trailer did hit the point, hit the bullseye, and it was the new Spider-Man one. Yeah. I watched so much Spider-Man for No Way Home stuff lately. I'm just so excited for this movie. I can't wait.
That's November or December? I think it's December.
December.
Yeah, because it's after. I think Venom 2 is coming out first.
Yeah. I think that was in November or October. Maybe it's October on that one.
They
looking.
They just pushed they pushed something else back. I just saw what was it, the one with what,
Shy Rings?
No.
That comes out Friday, ain't it?
Yeah, I think that's Friday. That one comes out.
Shangri-La or what's it? Shy Rings or
10 Rings.
Yeah,
10 rings.
Yeah, whatever. Ching, 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 ching. I'm like,
ching, ching.
What is it, Sonic? Again, I'm not as nerdy as some of the other people on the panel.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who's this? I don't know anything about these people. And
I was thinking of the one there with Tom Cruise, the
Top Gun.
The Top Gun. They just pushed that again to what was it? Labor Day next year.
3rd of February.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking. There was, I thought it was a tweet, and I can't find it. There was one that had like a timeline of all the stuff that was going to be released. Marvel stuff, and looked interesting. It had like the dates for everything. I want to say Venom. I'm almost positive Venom was October 15th. For some reason, it was October 15th, and that hopefully Blue can wait until she's here and we can see it together. But
nobody's seen Respect?
Yeah, I did.
Any comments?
It was gonna hit the list next week, so that's why I have a hard time telling, because I don't want people to just go off my judgment on what I have to say about something, because I know that
that's what they would do for this video.
I know what the critics say about the movie. I didn't agree with all of it. I thought Jennifer Hudson was great, and and I like Aretha. I just never knew that whole story. Yeah, and so that's why one of the reasons why I liked it.
Okay,
because of that story.
But if you watch the movie, I just highly recommend you go back and see the TV miniseries. It's called Aretha Genius.
Yeah.
And then you get a little bit more opening to the movie after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And thank you to Beach F, October 15th for Venom 2.
Okay.
Which should be good.
Yeah.
It should be good. We'll see.
Tom Holland, come on now.
Hardy.
Child 44.
I was going to say, Child 44 comes to mind every time I see his face now.
Oh, man.
Damn, Auburn ruined us for him.
I'm sorry. Hey, look at that cast. It had, everyone you could imagine was in that movie.
Yeah. Rick Flag was in the movie. with a terrible accent.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got that. So, thanks for everyone watching. We're going to run through everybody and say goodbye because we're in an hour and we're trying to keep this in here. So we have next week's movie, which was Coda. So be sure to tune in next week for Coda. Be sure to watch it. Join the Telegram group, which I think most of the people that are watching this, but if you're watching this after the fact, look down below. It says show more or show info. It has the hyperlinks to the Player Pass room. Please join that. If you have a Trakt account, Blue has a list of every movie that we've watched in a Trakt list. It's an easy way to keeping up with the movies that we have added. And good stuff. To Beach, thank you for the intro again for this week. Thank you, sir. Anything you want to say before we go?
Only thing I want to say, everyone watch Coda so you'll know what that means next week.
Yeah, but I thought it was this.
No,
that's Italian. Alfagu.
No.
It's the same thing.
No, that was...
No, I got all kinds of thoughts that just went through what that could have mean. But Andrew, anything you want to say before we go?
I know Macaton for apple juice. My son uses it all the time because that's all he ever wants is apple juice. I look forward to this. Goodbye.
Roger, anything you want to say?
Thanks for the invite. It was a good movie this week, and hopefully it'll be a good movie for next week.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your vacation.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Eddie?
Say everybody keep safe. I see it's starting to get bad in the States, so keep safe.
Yeah. So, Miss Blue?
She back?
Yes, she is.
Everybody have a wonderful evening, and thank God Todd is moving to Canada in a couple months.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get out.
I'd leave now.
Hey, Blue. Hey, Blue. I have a long weekend this weekend too.
Get your hands off my wife.
Oh yeah. Saw that. How was the girls' trip, Blue?
Vintage 1971.
We're all the same year. We all went to high school together. So
okay.
Yeah, we got matching T-shirts, and we had to get dressed up and get our picture taken, and we had a bartender and dinner served to us, and it was great. Just sitting there down at the beach,
a lot of pillow fights,
and having the bartender bring you down drinks. It was like awesome.
Yeah, I didn't get no videos of pillow fights at the beach.
Yeah,
Auburn, anything you want to say before we go?
No, thank you for everyone being here, and we'll see you next week, and we'll also see you on Friday.
Yes.
And you could watch movies. You don't just have to watch one. Watch more and vote on them. This way, we spread the wealth around.
Just sit at home and watch movies.
You gotta get some of this white stuff, and you'll be able to, sit around at home. You young whipsnapper, you.
Get your time in. So thanks for everyone hanging out with us, and as Albin said, please watch some movies, jump in on the Player Pass Telegram room, and let people know what you think. If you have suggestions, like Mark suggested that movie,
I already wrote it down.
Yeah,
you let me know. You can message me, let me know, and I'll create a discussion room for it.
Yep, it's fun. I mean, that's the thing about this, and the reason why we kind of got this show going is that we have the opportunity to watch so many movies, and so many of us didn't, because it's like you had the opportunity, but now we're forced to watch one movie a week, which sometimes feels like a lot to sit down and actually watch a movie a week. But lots of good time. Thanks for all
things, Todd. It's one of those things as well where, like, sometimes the trailer makes you think, will I watch this or will I not watch it? And that's why it's nice to get other people's opinions, and then you think, oh, I'll give it a try. Because sometimes, like for example, Palmer, we would have looked at, like, maybe the trailer might pull some people in, but other people might just looked at it and thought, oh, Justin Timberlake, or looked at the movie art poster thing and just thought, it doesn't look like my type of movie. But then listening to people talk about it, you're like, oh, I might.
Good.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example, because I remember seeing that listed, as trending movies for weeks, and I'm like, and I passed on it, and we watched it. One of the best movies I've seen in the last couple of years. Great movie. So yeah, you get kind of in, and I like hearing different points of view and things, and I get to learn when we got super nerds on the show that can tell us about DC and about the Marvel comics and why things happen. I like that. I'm like, okay, if we were talking about Space Invaders or Galaga, I could explain stuff to you. So
yeah, I like that Roger told us about this Star Dude there. It's good. Because it did seem really ridiculous, but it was like, there's a reason.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, all right, thanks for everyone joining us. Look for us on Friday. Got a couple guests that's going to be on the show Friday. It should be a good time, and we'll see you next Wednesday. So for Play